Hello, our viewers. We welcome you to our channel, Rotone Enterprises Limited. We are local chicken farmers. We are located in Matuga, Wakiso district along Bombo Road. We are in Uganda. We have day-old local chicks, 1 month chicks. We have mature hens and cocks. We have hatchery services at our farm. Those farmers that already entered into poultry, whether local poultry or other breeds, we do have the hatchery and we hatch their eggs at a fee. Every Monday we are setting and every Tuesday we are harvesting. After producing these chicks, we do vaccinate them against Marex and Newcastle IB at a fee. We have the packaging boxes and everything at our farm is there. We have dealt with very many farmers that are up country in northern Uganda, in eastern Uganda, in western Uganda, and have received our services even without reaching at our farm. You can book using our numbers, and you can connect with us, and we give you our services. We use buses and taxis, and we can your products can reach out to you even without coming to us. We are trustworthy people, and we are an enterprise which is registered. We have our office near our farm, and our hatchery is near our farm. So integrity, it is our first principle at our farm. In today's video, we are going to talk about the reasons why at our farm or our company invested more in Russian Comfrey plant other than in Azolla plant. Those two plants are both good plants and are both advised by all farmers to have them at their farm, but we choose for us at our farm, Rotone, to grow more Russian Comfrey than Azolla because of very many reasons that we are going to share right now that you need to know, and also try to see whether you can copy us. The reason why we invested more in Russian Comfrey than Azolla is the point of multiplication and consistency. When someone has land, even 50 by 100, 100 by 100, 20, or any small land, and has a space where to plant Russian Comfrey, even buckets or polythene bags, someone can have the consistency factor or the multiplication factor than the Azolla. Remember, Azolla will require you to have more ponds, or will require you to have bigger ponds, which is not the case with Russian Comfrey. Russian Comfrey, the issue is only having the space where you can plant this crop. So we found out that Russian Comfrey, the more you harvest the leaves on Russian Comfrey, the more they grow more. And for Azolla, you will need, for Azolla, it reaches a time where you are supposed to change this water to have another water, another batch of water, and another fertilizer, which is not the same case with Russian Comfrey. Russian Comfrey require you to plant once for your lifetime and start harvesting for all your lifetime in this project. So the issue of consistency and the multiplication factor, Russian Comfrey, as long as you have the place where to plant it, you see that Russian Comfrey is more higher, or does it wonders than Azolla plant. Another reason why at our farm we invested more in Russian Comfrey plant than the Azolla plant is the issue or the factor or the reason of Russian Comfrey being cheap and easy to maintain. Russian Comfrey doesn't require you to construct a pond. It doesn't require you to always be changing the water. You only have land and buy seedlings, dig a hole, plant the seedling, leave the rest to the Almighty God. Then you'll be having the plant. Maybe at the first time you can plow the grass the first time. When the plant grows, then you leave it. You just only need to harvest and give to your animals. So it is cheap and easy to maintain. Even people with low incomes can manage the plant and also be able to maintain it. Another reason why Rotowone Enterprises Limited we invested more in Russian Comfrey plant than Azolla is the reason of the Russian Comfrey having more organic matter than the Azolla plant. Russian Comfrey has more organic matter. Therefore, there are higher chances or there is a possibility of Russian Comfrey doing wonders. For example, making the yellow yolk more faster than Azolla, making the yellow flesh, organic flesh of the chicken or the animal, more the legs of the chicken are yellow, and the smell, the good scent that the meat has when the animal has eaten Russian Comfrey. So therefore, the people will have the evidence of the taste of the organic materials or products within the yolk and the meat in as a result of giving your animals Russian Comfrey plants. Another reason why we at Rotowone we invested more in Russian Comfrey plant than Azolla is the reason of Russian Comfrey having the element of allantoin. Allantoin is an element that has, or it's called the healing agent. So this element enables the animal to heal wounds, to heal other diseases. So when the animal or the chicken or the bird takes that Russian Comfrey, have a strong immunity system, or the Russian Comfrey will act as a medicine for the healing. For example, diseases such as Newcastle can affect the birds. For example, like even fowlpox creates those wounds on the what? On the animal or the bird. So once the animal or the bird eats the Russian Comfrey, it is able to heal diseases such as fowlpox, Newcastle, wounds, and all other diseases caused by coccidiosis. So they are able to heal. So because of that healing agent, it forced us to plant more Russian Comfrey to give our birds so that they can have that healing process very well. Another point why we, the Rotowone Enterprises Limited farm, we invested more in Russian Comfrey plant than the Azolla is because Russian Comfrey has more calcium than Azolla. Calcium is it is used to prevent lameness, to prevent also to create our egg shells to have a strong shell. So our eggs have a strong shell. So that's why we invested more in Russian Comfrey, because when we're buying commercial feeds, our feeds contain lime. So because we planted more Russian Comfrey, we invest less in buying calcium. Also, we invest less. We don't even buy liquid calcium at our farm, because I'm seeing other farms every month buying that bottle of 20,000 to to invest to give their birds or their animals calcium. We at our farm, we don't buy liquid calcium. Rather, we buy little calcium or lime in our commercial feeds, and we supplement our birds with Russian Comfrey because they contain more calcium element. That's why this reason forced us to grow more Russian Comfrey at our farm. Another reason why at our farm we invested more in Russian Comfrey plant than Azolla is the reason of the fat element. Russian Comfrey contains more fats element than the Azolla. So many people don't want to cook their chicken or their animal, their meat using the cooking oil. They would prefer using the fats of the meat. So the Russian Comfrey does that part very well. The meat contains the natural fats which are created by or are the result of the animal or the bird eating Russian Comfrey. So even the weight of the bird, Russian Comfrey enables the bird or the animal to have a weight. So which customers or our market, especially in Uganda, people look at more of weight when they are purchasing the bird or the animal. So which Russian Comfrey gives us the results at an earlier speed. So as a result, we invested more in Russian Comfrey so that we can get the results very fast. Another reason why we invested more in Russian Comfrey plant than Azolla is the reason of Russian Comfrey having or doing wonders when used as organic fertilizer than the Azolla. You should remember that both plants have the same nitrogen rates or percentage, same phosphorus rates or percentage, but Russian Comfrey has more potassium than the Azolla. So the NPK and nitrogen, they have the same percentages. Phosphorus, they have the same percentages, but potassium, Russian Comfrey has more potassium nutrients than the Azolla. So when you want to do a natural organic fertilizer, getting those leaves and fermenting them, and then put them into the spraying jerry can to spray on your plants, Russian Comfrey does good results than the Azolla. So we encourage people to grow more Russian Comfrey plants because some people have gardens, small gardens, for example, Sukumawichi, Nakati, and would wish to grow them organically, not using those chemicals because of their results of causing cancer, to the body. So they would wish to use organic fertilizers. So Russian Comfrey would be a good plant to do that organic fertilizer to your plants, and it's cheap. It doesn't require you money, just only to grow it. You grow it once in your lifetime. Doesn't need maintenance. Maybe at first you need to plow, then the second time you don't need to plow, you just maintain, and you see there are no grass in this plant. Another point, and maybe the last but not least, the point of Russian Comfrey and Azolla, the issue of sanitation and the bit of environment. When you look at that point, Azolla requires it reaches a time where you need to change that water and replace with another water, because it reaches a time that water gets a bad smell. So, which is not the case with Russian Comfrey. Russian Comfrey doesn't have any smell. And also, when you look at the issue of the beauty of the environment, Russian Comfrey is used by some people who are not farmers, and they purchase them from me and take them and use them as flowers in their compounds. Because Russian Comfrey, when it grows, it creates that beauty, that green beauty in your compound. So some people use it as flowers or for the beauty of their compounds. So when you compare the smell of Azolla, you have to change it every time. When you look at the environmental impacts, for example, you're having the Azolla pond near your home. You have you have children, young children, children of 1 to 2 years it may cause even accidents, drowning accidents. So we find out that people having farms near their homes, Azolla may not be a good plant compared to Russian Comfrey. Russian Comfrey would be a better plant to plant. So that's why we at Rotone we invested more in Russian Comfrey than Azolla, because of those reasons that we have suggested. Therefore, we are the source of Russian Comfrey plants. In Uganda, when you're looking for these seedlings in large numbers, we are the right people, because we have taken time growing this plant before coming to cameras. We have this plant in large numbers. We can supply you even 10,000 seedlings. We can supply you whatever number of seedlings that you want, as long as we have negotiated or we have come into agreement with the price you're going to purchase these seedlings. Reach out to us. We are in Matuga. On our numbers on the screen, on our channel, YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share. We have a TikTok channel. You can reach out to us, and we can do our business, and we can talk more about this plant and how it can impact positively at your farm and in your communities. We like you so much. We are grateful for your contributions towards our project, and we shall continue supporting and contributing positively to our communities. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.